home of the 2021 AFC champs. There's a look inside newly named Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Cincinnati Bengals. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This taken in at the goal line. I don't know what was going on there, but the end result, this is going to be a safety. Well, I'm not totally privy to what went on with their offensive meetings, but, Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the plan.
Yeah, when we had our production meeting, they didn't exactly share that with us, but I'm pretty sure that on the play sheet, the run backwards into your own end zone play was not written down.
Here we go. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 18.
11, 11, 11. 11, mighty. 11, mighty. 11, 11, 11, 11.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 30. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. If there was one knock on Joe Burrow coming out of LSU, it was arm strength, but kind of put those doubts to rest right there.
And that's how you start a drive, because you know they have this play in their back pocket, waiting for the right time to unleash it. And boy, did they pick the right opportunity. Unleashed it big time, and that was also a big-time throw.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. Open man is Higgins. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set them up 1st and goal.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
12, 12, 12.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Throwing the out route, finding Boyd for the completion. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Here we go, here we go.
And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Mixon again. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the stakes in this game certainly high as we get toward the end of the regular season. For now, they are holding a wild card spot, but there are no shortage of other teams in the NFC looking to take that spot from them.
Starting with the guys on the other side.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice that on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 11, Thomas.
On second down, here's Mixon. And they'll get him down right around the 16. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with third down looming.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instinct. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
11, Thomas.
Burrow on third down. And he's got Hurst, his tight end. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Hayden Hurst, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A handoff, running left, Mixon. Breaks the tackle, he's got room to run. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Flushed out right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
11 empty, 11 empty.
And they go play action now. Burrow. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. We can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 16-0. That's the score after 1 on EA Sports. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Mixon is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll try again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
And just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
Here we go.
The ball placed just outside of the end zone as they come up again on another 3rd and goal. Burrow going to keep it on the sneak, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Bengals are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that pushes the lead up to 23. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this late season game, of course, not lacking for drama when you talk about the AFC playoff picture.
Yeah, in a sense, it's the haves versus the have-nots, because this group on offense, they'd be a wild card if the postseason started today, but they know the guys on the other side of the ball are still in that dreaded in-the-hunt category, and they're hungry for a win today.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Mahomes now to throw. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 43. That one goes for 24 yards.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try waiting to the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Von Bell up to make the tackle.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. They go play action. Now Mahomes. That'll be caught. It's Tony. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 18. A good pickup there, a 22.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer. But he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Rolling to his left. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Brandon, there was more on his mind there than just getting to the first down marker. Saw an opportunity to get a big play and was going to let the defense do a lot to stop him from getting there.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open, just a split second too late on the release. This Bengal defense, they passed the first 2 tests. Now it's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Forced out to his left. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. Boy, such a good drive. You'd hate to have it end in 3. Do you think about going for it?
Absolutely. I mean, the fact that they've moved the ball so well should lead you to the decision that maybe we should go for it right here. Also, as a head coach, show some confidence in your team. Let them know you think they can go get it.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
11, 11, 11. Stop.
From the 29, Burrow. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. And that looked almost to be a case of, quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And this is more of the same right here. These guys have definitely been the aggressors here in the first half. They pushed the envelope in terms of play calls, and that's reflected in the score. And now they're in a position to widen this lead.
And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
On two, ready?
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
11.
Jet sweep. Boyd with it. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. This from 25 yards out. McPherson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows it a wood for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with Mahomes under center, anything's possible. Watch out for the deep ball. On 1st down, Mahomes. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators.
Here we go.
They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee you he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this 1st down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Burrow. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here at their own 33. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, They've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
Partner, I think this will want to ride very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
That went into the hands of Tony downfield. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Well, still in the third quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
Mahomes now on first down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Sam Hubbard able to record his 5th sack of the season. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Throwing is Mahomes on third. Being chased out left. And that will be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Hey, 43, 15.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. And he is going to have the Chiefs first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. But to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game. But that's something right there, still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still.
He's got a man, complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Burrow will throw. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. Touchdown! Jamar Chase with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. As this offense takes the field again, CD. Remember last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this 2nd half. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go play fake. Mahomes. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
You gotta go right here. You gotta play big.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is taken in at the 5.
But I think it's about time I took my eyes off of the secondary or the guys with the football. How about the offensive line on that snap? They took care of business.
Absolutely. And when he can stay in the pocket like that, you're going to get big plays like we just saw. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Kadarius Toney. Fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Chiefs are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. And he pushed it right. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. The Bengals drive about to get going. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy. We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
11 Thomas.
Now Burrow. Open man, it's complete to Higgins. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down, as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
This is caught. It's Boyd. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 24-yard line. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. George Karlaftis able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
Here's Burrow. And that is taken in by Hurst. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. McPherson's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they've had that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On play action, it's Mahomes. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play, and they did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Tony. He's at the 50, 30, 10, and somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead drops from 34 down to 27. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the...
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up the secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Von Bell.
Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Thomas.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete. Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
Second down and goal. Burrow. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the fourth, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
Not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Von Bell.
And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
12, 12, 12. 11, 11, 11.
On second and inches, Burrow. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And no No return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. One final try from Mahomes. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught at the 25. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker. Or, of course, in the fantasy, these points mean a lot there.
On the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play. But still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So for Cincinnati, the win gets them back to 500 at 6-6 on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Browns will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, it's a tough one to swallow as they drop back to 8-4 on the year. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos.